When hunters arrive into a new territory, it is important to have an experienced guide with you. A quality guide will help you with your hunt every step of the way, and they usually do all the game calling for you. The guide should verify that the game you are hoping to hunt are roaming around the area. Hunting guide outfitters are experienced outdoorsmen. They provide transportation and gear, called outfitting. Not only do they provide excellent hunting insight due to their extensive experience and familiarity with a given area, but they also make for a much more efficient hunting experience for those who may not have the opportunity to put in the long hours of scouting before their hunt.
Why do a bear hunt in Alaska is a very fair question to be asking.
You can get eaten real quick if you make mistakes, and for me, that's awesome.
There's no roads, there's no humanity, there's nothing.
It's the last frontier. It's one of the deadliest predators on the planet.
I love that stuff. It's what I live for. I kind of like my life being in risk.
Great adventure starts with a great cup of coffee. I have to lead by example in that regard.
4 vets, 2 guides, kind of seeing what happens over the course of 15 days in the Alaskan wilderness.
These ridge lines are pretty incredible just to sit here in the bowl and look around. It looks almost like a volcano over there.
What does this look like?
That looks like a really incredible forest. It looks almost like the Amazon.
I felt like a baby, which I had a feeling I would. And then I didn't wake up one single time. And then I felt like I got the best night's sleep I've gotten in a very long time, so I was excited about that.
Yeah, I've woken up in far worse places, that's for sure.
Are you going out and staying the night out in a hide, or are you just out and in every day, pinwheeling it?
So the interesting thing part about Alaska, which I'm sure a lot of people know, is what would you guys say about 4 hours of actual night? 4 hours of actual darkness?
Yeah, it didn't get dark till 12:30.
Yeah, fucking make some coffee.
Just fucking, let's get it.
Commandante.
I drink Silencer's Smooth, that's my favorite. Well, the espresso machine, and then JB's way. That's my pour over go-to.
Every morning we'd have, our coffee and bright and early in the Arctic oven tent.
Into that, there's probably some seasoning, salt, rocks.
Get all of our stuff ready, and then we'd start heading out.
See that? Look at that magic. Yeah, who's first? Are you first, Matt?
I mean, I should be.
1, 2, 3, execute. That's what you want to execute.
The first couple days, it's really just AFAM, right? Where the bear's coming out of hibernation because they're coming down off the snow as it begins to melt up the mountainside. And you're essentially just sitting there and glassing and going, where are the bears moving? Are these a bear that we want to track? But you have to be very careful about your scent trail. So you're actually kind of going to the same location nearly every day at first to kind of just figure out where the movement's at. Because if you start to move in other directions, bears will smell you for like 2 or 3 days after.
I'm just gonna sit on this spotty knob and kind of be paying attention to all these closer hills here and also these further back mountains. Just seeing if there's anything feeding on this fresh green grass. Look in the bottom part of the scope. No. Look just right, look right above that real brushy tail that comes down right into the hillside. Yeah, I think he's a young male. Really? Yeah. Yeah, because he kind of had some blockiness to him. A little bit of a longer neck, not super long, but and his snout is a little bit more blocky. And sows are typically a little more roly-poly, like real fat and shorter neck. Like it looks like the head just comes right out of the body. A lot of times they don't have much neck to them. And their nose is more pointy. And if you can see them walking like on gravel, it almost looks like they're walking just on their toes. There's a more like it's real heavy and it pushes their whole foot down. And it's more filled out in the arms. I'm just gonna go walk over this mound and just get a little better look at this bear. It's gonna kind of go behind this little brush patch here, so try to get a little better look at it. All right, you see the 2 little ditches? You got 2 ditches coming down closer on the left side. Yep. And you go back and there's that really big ditch, like with the light color. Yep. He's just past that. And all those little...
He's on the edge of a little ridge. He stands out pretty good.
Oh, the light-colored one?
Yep.
Ah, the little reddish tint to him.
Yep.
So what's like the bear's cadence? What do they do? Like, what do they fucking do?
They just do bear things. They're not like a deer. Like, okay, they come out in the morning, they come out in the evening. Bears just do their own thing. And you'll see them up on the ridge lines because they're up there cruising around, and they can get the updrafts from the bottom of the valley.
So they can smell.
And so they can smell what all is in the valley.
Got it. What are they smelling for? What's their food of preference?
Right now is a lot of vegetation.
Really?
Yeah. They're getting their digestive tract going. They're not going to be like typically out running around trying to catch something per se, unless it's in bad shape. But for the most part, they're going to just be eating vegetation. These little pushki sprouts and other little grasses that are coming up, they're going to be feeding on that stuff.
We'll see, you know, a big bear, and we're not going to be like crazy picky on it. But it's like in terms of like, oh, he's a 10-year-old. Maybe like no, like that's a good bear. Like it's just a matter of you're kind of judging potentially
how old is like a mature bear? Like 12?
Oh yeah, I mean you can 8 to 10-year-old bears can be, you know, a 9 to 9.5 foot type of bear.
Our first bear sighting of the trip. They're a lot darker than I thought they would, but he's probably about 4,000 yards.
A little bit of a younger bear.
Do you know how to make coffee?
The bear's shitting on the woods. If you kill a larger bear than me, I'm gonna tell people that I fucking killed it.
Would expect nothing less. Basically, if anything bad happens, it's my fault. If anything good happens, it's because of you.
Now we're getting it. You can learn.
They don't really have kind of a pattern of life that they follow this
Yeah, I mean, you're going to see probably a little more activity in like late afternoons, you know. The best pattern we can get on is we're up there in the morning, 7:30, 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Then we're going to eat lunch around 1, and then we're going to have a nap. We're going to fall asleep, because that's what the bears do in the middle of the afternoon. We're going to have a bear nap. And then there's that gravel ditch with all the snow in it.
Yeah.
It's up higher. It's skylined. It's very far away. It's just a blurb.
If you were a bear, where would you be on this hill?
I'd probably be next to the river. You know, I'd be looking for fish. You know, fill up my belly full of like salmon, try to get a nice sow, put a couple cubs in her, settle down, get a white picket fence, and then realize that bored me about a week later, and then probably run up to a hilltop and try to kill other bears.
Go to the right, and there's that long stretch of yellow grass, and then it rolls over, and you can't see the other side.
Yeah.
It goes over that gravel. It's on that yellow hillside, but on the far right of it, going up. It's a real light-colored bear, very light-colored, with dark wings.
Got it. Okay, cool.
I didn't necessarily know the extent of glassing for 16 hours a day on a hillside. I was not ready for that, especially because a lot of the other guys, the guides were so trained on how to spot bears. I couldn't see anything because I didn't know what I was looking for.
The moose is down below it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Holy crap, he's been looking at that. So bad. Dude, this is so fucking cool.
Did the moose get up?
Dude, no, we're just standing there. Oh yeah. And this is like, fuck this. The bear's like, god damn it.
It's boring as shit. I don't sit well. Like, I'm not a big sitter. It's not what I do. You're looking for a combination of things, but you're always looking, obviously, for a bear. And that can be interpreted a lot of different ways. You're like, okay, is that a bush? Is that a moose? Is that a rock? And you're doing your best just to not die from sheer boredom.
Oh, very nice. Very. Now bring him back. Bring him back up. Oh, fuck. Look at that bear up on the hill. Look at that. Is that a bear up there right on our close knob?
You fucking with us?
Oh, man. I mean, people have been calling this bears all day.
Oh yeah, I got a moose.
It's just wild. It's ice cold. Like, it's just unforgiving. It's crazy.